Welcome to part 3 of the home renovation series. So, it has been months now of taking you guys along this journey of the before, during, and now the after of the renovation of our new home here in Puerto Rico. I wanted to start you guys off with the front doors because I don't remember if I mentioned these doors in any other vlog. I'm going to share a before picture, but fun, beautiful story about these doors. These are the doors that were on my grandmother's home growing up. I've talked about this extensively on Instagram, but if you don't follow me there, maybe I don't know if I've shared it here before. These are the doors that were on my grandma's house growing up. Every summer when my sisters and I would come to Puerto Rico, these were the doors that we would come in through to stay at my grandma's house. And several years ago, I want to say anywhere between like 5 and 7 years ago, they took those doors down and I asked them to save them in the rare case that I would be able to use them one day. And literally never actually believed that I would get to use them, but my amazing contractor, Carlos, took that before of where the doors were, the state that they were in, and created this beauty. All of this is the original hardware on the doors. Now let's check out the inside. Okay, so we are in the house. Behind me is the biggest renovation that went down in here. So as you guys may remember or have seen from the before clips, the main thing I feel like that made this space look a million times better was taking down that little half glass wall statement that was separating the kitchen from the rest of the living space. So So we took that glass wall down. Now we have this super beautiful breakfast nook. Here we have the breakfast nook. We recently bought a new table for in here. We had that wicker, like rattan style table. We are doing away with that one. Bought this table recently. I love the way it turned out. Love this little alcove here with the bay window. We upholstered the original bench that was here. Just picked out some new fabric, got that reupholstered. I think it turned out so beautiful. And then we added this really beautiful statement wicker basket style light option. I added a few cafe curtains. We've been adding little cute touches here and there, but the big main move is tomorrow. So I did want to come in and show you guys the final reveal of the actual renovation itself and kind of give you like the empty house tour. But we started off in the breakfast nook. Love the way the space turned out. I think it's so cute and sweet. This will be kind of like where our everyday meals for our little family of 4 will probably go down. And then when we host, we have a new table that will be in our outdoor space that I'll share later down the road whenever that does arrive. We just ordered it. I'm very excited. It's like my dream indoor-outdoor table. It's gonna be so beautiful. I can't wait to host friends and family there. Okay, now stepping into the kitchen. I love the way this kitchen turned out. This is a dream kitchen. I'm having several pinch me moments because I truly cannot believe that I get to live here. I get to cook here. Like, oh my God. The amount of joy and excitement that I have to be getting to live in this space that we purchased, I designed, with the people that I was able to collaborate on this project, made it come true, brought it to fruition. I think it turned out so beautiful. I love it. It's exactly what I would have wanted for our home here in Puerto Rico, and I can't wait to show you guys around. So as you may or may not remember, there was already a peninsula in this kitchen. The layout of the kitchen itself did not change. It was more of just demoing everything that was in here and replacing it with newer, better, a better version of it all. So we kept the peninsula. It seats about 3 people here, so that'll be really nice. Just some additional seating down here, aside from like what we have in our breakfast nook area. Love the way this space turned out. I love the floating shelves in here. I can't wait to style these. We did some overhead lighting in here, turned out really cute. I might switch out the bulbs in here because they're a little too yellow for my liking, but either way, it gives it such a nice vibe, especially at nighttime in here. Can't wait to style these shelves. We went with this kind of off-white backsplash in here. I think it just brings everything together really nicely. It plays really nicely with the quartz countertops. We have tons of storage in the peninsula and around the peninsula. We have lived over 2.5 years now without a dishwasher, and I am so excited to have a dishwasher again. So we've got our dishwasher, we have our drop-in sink here. We went with gold finishes for certain areas. We did mix metals in here, so you know the lights up here are gold. We have our faucet gold, but then we also mix in matte black hardware for the drawers and the cabinets. I added that matte black back in here with the curtain rods. We did some cafe curtains in front of the window here. I love that I have a sink in front of a window. I think that is so darling and just gonna be so fun to be able to like watch my kids play outside. I have another window that kind of faces the backyard a little bit more too, so it's just gonna be so fun to be able to be in this space and it be so open concept because it does shoot straight through. So my kitchen, my breakfast nook, and my living space are all one open floor plan, which is truly perfect for this season of life. Our current setup at our rental was not this accommodating for our small family with toddlers. This is going to be much better suited for us, and I'm so excited. So bring you guys over here a little bit. We did start slowly bringing things. The main move, like I mentioned, is tomorrow. So this is kind of still everything sitting pretty empty. We have our new gas range, which I love the opportunity to cook on a gas stove again. We put a hood in here because I definitely wanted to be able to ventilate all that gas out. And also, you know, Puerto Rican food, love it. delicious, but I don't necessarily love the smells to linger in my home for long. And with this open concept, it's gonna be really nice to have a hood. Okay, so bring you guys over to this other corner of the kitchen. Everything laid out pretty much exactly the same, except we did add some upper cabinetry in here. This did not exist in the previous kitchen layout. We have the little cafe curtains. I can look at my kids playing in the backyard through here, which is nice. Love that. Plenty of counter space, you guys. I'm so excited. We're gonna have our little KitchenAid in here, a little coffee bar in this little corner here. Love my new refrigerator. It's so cute. We've got plenty of storage everywhere. All these cabinets. I don't even know what all I'm actually gonna put into all this stuff. Lastly, we have our pantry. Not too huge, not too small. I think it's gonna be, again, super perfect for us. I plan on putting my microwave in there just to tuck it away. So that is the new kitchen. I am insanely in love with this space. I cannot wait to be living in here. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. I think the before and after in here is pretty huge, and it's a huge change. I think it turned out so beautiful. I'm so happy. I could not feel more excited and more blessed to have gotten to work with the contractors and the cabinetry maker that I got to work with out here. It was a dream partnership, truly, and I could not have asked for better results. It looks amazing in here. Next is the main bathroom. I love the way this bathroom turned out. This one did get quite a bit of a shift. So as you may remember in the before, the layout of this bathroom actually changed quite a bit. Let me show you guys. So when you first kind of walked into this bathroom, there used to be a sink, tiny little sink here with a mirror above it. And then on this wall here was a shower. We obviously switched things up quite a bit. We rotated the shower to be on this wall. We did a half wall here with a glass above it, and then just a fixed piece of glass on this end for a walk-in shower. We have our little shower ledge here. We did a little niche to put our soaps and all the things. I went with gold finishes in this bathroom, kind of mix it up a little bit with some chrome accents here and there. I love that the toilet is nice and tucked away in this corner here. We've got cutie little bath robe hooks and our towel on this end. Now, this is the biggest change because on this wall we had the toilet and the bidet, and now we have this beautiful his and hers vanity. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have heard me talk about the little mishap that occurred in here. As you can see, the mirrors are not centered with my sinks, but my wonderful contractor Carlos and I do have a plan B in mind for this. So the current mirrors that you see are getting switched out. I have some larger oval mirrors being ordered. I'm still waiting on them to arrive, but once those arrive, we're going to be removing the sconces. My hope and prayer is that we can still keep these 3 sconces, but we'll just have to relocate them a little bit. So once this larger oval mirror arrives, we are going to center that mirror now on the sink as it should be, and then move the lights up just a little bit to make space for the centered mirror, and then everything should be fine. Hopefully we can make it all work and create the final product to be exactly what it should have been. This was just a bit of miscommunication between me and my cabinetry guy. So Carlos and I perfectly measured out everything along this wall, but I never communicated that to my cabinet maker, who then cut the slab how he cut it. And yeah, it was not gonna be centered on here. But anywho, I think the vanity itself, it's a custom vanity, it turned out beautiful. Love the hardware that I went with in here. We did gold finishes pretty much all throughout. And yeah, I think once we fix this little whoopsie in here, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna look even better than it already does. But I am so insanely happy with this after. The last major update that we did in this house was what I call the kids' bathroom. So everything in terms of like the location stayed the same, but we updated the entire bathroom. You guys remember what that renovation or that demo phased looked like? We've come a long way since then. Let me show you guys how this turned out. So we did away with the tiny little door that was in this closet, and we're gonna have an open just closet with some shelves. We painted the shelves. This is gonna be decorated really pretty and aesthetically, but for now it's just kind of plain until we figure out what we're gonna do in here once we move in. Let me bring you guys inside. So I went with the same finish on the vanity that I have in my bathroom. Just switched up the hardware in here to these black little knobs. I think they're so cute and add such a nice touch to this vanity. We did mix metals in here. I did brushed nickel and matte black throughout. So we have a matte black mirror with some matte black lighting, and then we did the accessories in the nickel as well as the faucet. This is going to be the bathroom that my kids utilize the most. This is the floor tile that we went with. I think it turned out lovely. We are going to go back in and put some tile here to kind of trim out this wall and just make it look nice and finished. And then here is the shower. I love the floor tile that we went with, this like river rock style pebble. And then that insanely gorgeous green tile. We did a vertical stack in here. I think it turned out so pretty. Again, a little niche area so we could put our soaps and shampoos and stuff. I love the way this bathroom turned out. Simple, but such an upgrade. Okay, you guys, so that completes this project. We are officially getting to move in tomorrow. I can't wait to start the rest of our adventure here in Puerto Rico, living in this beautiful, beautiful home. Thank you guys so much for following along on this renovation journey. I hope you guys will stick around and see how our family gets comfy and cozy in the space. I do plan on vlogging a bunch here and just showing you how we end up decorating everything. A moving vlog is coming up as well. If you guys have been here for the entire renovation process, give this a thumbs up. Please, please, please comment below what you think. I would love, love, love to hear what you guys think of the final product of this project. I really hope you guys enjoyed the tour, the renovation process. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you on the next video.